Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of Isaac Repentance, where today it is Tainted Eden chest time. Hopefully boss rush, hopefully hush, I don't know, we'll see. We are starting off with a pickaxe, which is an exciting item. We have 3 heart containers, which we might keep. We have Bob's Curse, so if we destroy a mushroom, we're gonna be safe, so that's at least something. And I'm surprised it didn't blow up there, because I did that very haphazardly with the pickaxe and I didn't really notice the bombs. Yeah, it worked out, didn't it? It was a perfect plan and I don't hate any of it. It was planned. So the pickaxe can destroy rocks, it can also deal damage to enemies. And that is what we're mostly going to be using it for. I do want to find my super secret room with it as well if I can, which might be here. There we go. And I think the only way to fix a pickaxe is by either going to the next floor or picking up a iron bar. I think that's what you needed to pick up, the like concussion shot item, which is like a Minecraft reference, and maybe we'll get that. I'm assuming we don't. Either way, I'm not actively going to be looking for it. I'm just going to be hoping that we can use this pickaxe to the best of our abilities and maybe destroy a tinted rock. Hopefully we won't lose it immediately. The moment we take damage, it's going to be gone, most likely. Lusty Blood, always just a really strong starting item as well. So, yeah, we are very much in a start that I'd rather not lose. It is being recorded on the same day as that whole Tainted Jacob shenaniganry. So, I'm hoping that I'm still somewhat warmed up and that things are going to be okay. We at least have a lot of consumables. So, on that front, we're good. Our pickaxe is getting close to being destroyed, unfortunately. We don't have any soul hearts, which I'm not loving. But we'll see. Maybe we can just survive. There didn't seem to be any tinted rocks. We checked out the shop, and I don't recall if there was any soul hearts in there. Did not pay close enough attention. And with the pickaxe, these bosses should die with relative ease, since you can hit a lot of it with one swing. I was kind of hoping we can destroy some of the segments with it, because we do get that extra damage per segment destroyed with Lusty Blood. But things are looking okay for this boss fight in particular. Maybe soul hearts? There we go. Pretty good. Let's keep moving. I'd like to attempt boss rush. I'm not expecting it, but like I said, might as well just play quick. There's no real reason not to. Now let's just try this again. Seemed to work out last time, not this time, unfortunately. We don't really need the pickaxe as much anymore, just because we have so many bombs right now. Like 10 bombs, we'll be able to find stuff, but if we can find it with the pickaxe, that will certainly be a little bit nicer, so that would be good. That is quite a lot of money as well. That is the shop with another soul heart inside. And things are looking okay. My secret room, my super secret room might be there as well. Kind of like, yeah, there you go. We did get a nice book there, so that's at least something. Mr. Boom, I'm just going to touch that. Tempted to just run into an enemy with that, because quite frankly, that is not an exciting active item. Did not mean to go into my devil deal. It's not superior. And we are going to fight a horseman this floor, given that we just used the Book of Revelations. I'm hoping that that flies it and just... There we go, deal with that. I was hoping he would hit 2 of them. The little friend that we have there that's making enemies go in weird directions is definitely going to make life more difficult. And we have the Apple of Sodom, which I do not want to hold. Admittedly, I probably could at this stage, just because we have so many soul hearts right now. So it's actually not too bad thinking about it. Unlikely that we're going to use red hearts for anything else. Actually, I'm just going to keep it, because at least it makes red hearts somewhat purposeful for now, while we're still very safely in the soul heart range. So let's just do that instead. Those spiders will probably deal with things every now and then. I'm just going to leave that button alone. as if I would. As if I would ever resist the call of a beautiful button like that. I must unfortunately press all of them. Boneheart, sure. Might not have been a good idea to pick that up immediately, but I did it. Yeah, not loving where these enemies are going. The punching bag is such an awkward creature. But fair enough, it's fine. That is you. You might... Nope, didn't quite get hit by the bomb fly there. I will try to get rid of the other enemies spawned here in the hopes that they don't get exploded, because I really would like this to hit. There we go. Very nice. That's exactly what you want to see. Like, look at this nonsense. Sometimes he's going to shoot at me. And while he's not, that's fine. But it just makes dodging a little bit more awkward than I would like. Just a little bit more spookums. I'm assuming that Isaac was happy with that gift. It certainly looked like it. Kinda want to go into that dice room, but I don't have any keys anymore. I used a lot of keys on the previous floor there, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping that the bomb fly would also hit the enemies here, because again, this punching bag is not making life easier. I don't have a ladder. I do have, oh, I have marbles. I mean, that's fine. I'm probably not going to keep marbles. But I would be a little worried if I accidentally ate the apple of Sodom or something like that. So, do need to be a little careful with that. That will probably... I was hoping that would take care of itself, really. And it didn't. Unfortunately, the bomb fly only hit one enemy there, so that's not great. That's fine. We have a little bit of defense with this bandage ball at least, so that's kind of good. That's an item, I suppose. It's not a great build. Unless we can find piercing or something, that would certainly help out a bit, but yeah. It's a bit messy as it currently stands. That's another key at least, so that's something. These flies will get hit by the bomb and also move the coins. That's nice. I'm okay with that. Don't hate that at all. I wasn't enjoying that build even remotely, so that's fine. We got the Sigil of Baphomet trinket, so we're gonna have a lot of shield. We have the Game Kid, so we can heal red hearts as well. This is a lot better of a build. We have an item that requires us to take damage, so yeah, it's unlikely that's gonna really make much of an effect during the run, but we'll see, I suppose. Just gonna run into all these enemies with our cool Game Kid, or at least attempt to. We healed a little bit of that bone heart back again with that action, so that's kind of nice, I guess. There's still plenty of enemies alive, but we're kind of speedy. We're kind of speeding through this. We do still have the option, of course, to go to the more difficult Mom's Foot fight in the hope that we can actually beat some things there. Beat timer required to get the boss rush. I'm taking Chaos without even thinking about it slightly, because it's probably not going to stay around for too long, but if we get another Devil Deal, maybe I'm okay with that. I just want to see Angel Runes preferably, and the odds of that have decreased rather measurably once that nasty little accident happened with the teleportation to the Devil Deal earlier. Tempting to keep that trinket, but only because we might re-roll soon. That's really the only reason why I would want to keep not this trinket. And I wish Birthright was in our shop. That would actually be so nice, because this would not be a terrible start of a build. This would genuinely be an okay start to a build to have, so, and not re-rolling that, which is what Birthright would do. It would prevent us from re-rolling the items we currently have, would just be really nice. So I'm gonna blow up the re-roll machine. We're probably not gonna see Birthright because we, quite frankly, caught Chaos, but, you know, might as well try. Not really too interested in Lord of the Flies compared to some of the other stuff. We're probably not going to reach that transformation anyway due to being who we are. So let's instead just move on. Let's not blow ourselves up. Pestilence, another horseman. I'm actually just going to run into him here for a second. Was indeed hoping to get to that second phase there. And now we're just going to chill here. I said chill here and not worry about a thing. Occasionally get a little bit of shield action going on with that sigil. There we go. Was kind of hoping we could maybe get another item using Chaos there, but I guess the drop from a horseman is just so guaranteed to be a meat cube or bandage ball that it is just what it is. Kind of unfortunate. Didn't get a angel room or devil deal either, which is a shame. But fair enough. We're just going to move on. I am not dealing damage. I need to actually hit with my attacks, I think, in order to deal damage, as it turns out. I don't know who decided that was a good idea, but I suppose I'm going to have to follow the rules of the game. I should also try to use this meat cube as much as possible whenever I have that Baphomet shield, because I think that's pretty much going to guarantee that I'm going to kill a lot of things at the same time there, hopefully. It's a little spooky to do, because the shield does not last for very long if you only kill one thing, but it would be nice. It would be nice for sure. There we are. A little bit more money. We're getting close to the point where we'd be able to afford something again, so that's nice. Just going to game kid through a lot of this. Our speed isn't great, unfortunately. But we can at least destroy a couple of things like that, and I can appreciate that for sure. Yeah, if we had a little bit more speed, the game kid would certainly be a lot better at destroying whole rooms, but as it stands, it's a little bit fiddly to use. I failed it. What is my current build? It's Explosivo. Montezuma's Revenge. I mean, we're getting to the point of the oh crap transformation with this. So that's something. We got the Hourglass, so we can at least do that. We know where the super secret room is thanks to the fairy that we have gotten. Also known as Yo Listen. I haven't seen my shop yet. We lost Chaos, unfortunately, but that was to be expected. Health-wise, we're still pretty good. Devil card, Hagala, sure. Yeah, a bunch of nothing. Alright. I'm gonna look for my shop real quick. Just to see if we can get Birthright or something in there, and then maybe try and reroll to a build that's actually good. These enemies, fortunately, do not destroy your build. It's not like I have the best build in the world right now, but Explosivo is at least something. So I can kind of appreciate it for what it is. Because it at least destroys these mushrooms fairly well. We can find our secret room fairly easily with that fairy. There is some good stuff going on. We have almost enough money to buy something at full price from the shop as well. Realistically, I just like to have an item from the shop just because so it's in my item pool, and when I reroll I get another item that is also a shop item, but we'll see what we can get here. The enemy's dead. We just need to deal with the rest. Can be a little bit tricky to tell when an enemy has an Explosivo tier on him, but it is fairly frequently just a guaranteed death. Montezuma's Revenge is dealing a decent chunk of damage against the enemies as well. So that is at least something. That's a battery. And sure. It's at least a shop item. Did the fairy actually fly to a... No, I saw that wrong. Okay, let's get that golden chest and then be on our way. We're a little bit slower on time than I'd like to be. We got just all the money in the world from that singular chest right there, so that's something. And I'm just gonna make a run for it after checking out that. That's not plausible, unfortunately. If we want to try and get that boss rush, I unfortunately cannot go for that. So let's just move on. There we go, Gertie. Not a very quick boss fight. But we do have explosions on our side, so that's at least something. We can go behind Gertie as well, which is nice. As you saw right there. And there goes our build. We have controllable tiers. We have a devil deal. A duality. I'll take that, why not? We have an active item that's barely worth speaking of. I mean... If we can get some sort of invulnerability, then the active item's fine, I guess, but I think that's about it. We have no map. God. Yeah, that was to be expected. We got the crafting bag. Nice thing about duality is that it also re-rolls into a devil deal item. This time it re-rolled into Guppy's into the dead cat, which fortunately did not ruin everything. We also have Magic Mushroom right now. Like right now we have an okay build. It's just that we don't have a map, and that's really unfortunate because we have the map item. We just don't have. We have Curse of the Lost, so we can't see anything, which is really Not too cool, but it seems to be going in the right direction at least, given how many rooms we've crossed by just going in one direction. There is the shop. Yeah. I'll actually take that. That is... I have Magic Mushroom, I have Flight. Like, I have a decent build. I have a build that's manageable, and if this doesn't reroll, I'm actually okay with that. Especially with the map. That's actually a really nice thing to have in my just guaranteed items thing. So, yeah, don't mind this. Unfortunately, I have the bag of crafting, and I do kind of want to get rid of that because I don't... Well, I guess what I could do is I could just grab stuff and just put it in there. Because the thing about the bag of crafting as this character, as a not tainted cane, is that it doesn't... I don't think it works quite the same as it ordinarily does. Okay. Wasn't aware I had those bombs. But yeah, I don't think the recipes... The recipes aren't visible. There's just a lot of nonsense going on there. It's not as usable, if I understand correctly. And once you have all the... If the bag's full, you can just create a pedestal with it, rather than just having the item immediately. So it's kind of good if you have like a reroll machine in the secret room, I think. And then you can just make secret room items that way. Stuff like that. You can make more in item rooms. Any place with a reroll machine that you can actually use. It does have a tendency of becoming quite good. I believe the ones in the shop you can't actually use normally. If you have a judgment card, I believe, an upside down one, you can just create a restock machine as well. So you can create some situations where it is certainly quite nice to have, for sure. But you do need to actually make those. If we don't find our item room, I'm just going to skip it because I'm on a timer. Our stats are all over the place, but we kept all the items, which I do not mind. Our stats weren't that good anyway, so I don't actually mind that that all re-rolled. And I do believe that our health is going to stay fairly okay, at least, if I understand correctly. I need to get rid of this trinket. Lost some stats there again, unfortunately, but fair enough. That's squeezy. That's infestation. Would have actually been nice to have in our build as well, but I'll take that. The downside with Curse of the Lost is that it does make a slightly bigger floor, and it can make it quite difficult to tell if you're going in the wrong direction, which was in fact the case when I was going there at the start. There we go, super secret room at least. That's a little bit more Devil Deal chance. Don't actually remember taking Devil Deal. I did take one, yeah. No, that did happen. Sister's Viz, that's fine. Yeah, so if we get hit now, we do re-roll Infestation and Squeezy, but we keep the rest of our build. So that's fine. Stats-wise, our build is okay. We should be able to reach boss rush in time, especially if we get a map on the next floor. I think that's a decent caveat to add to that sentence right there. If we get a map, if we don't have Curse of the Lost, we should be okay. Unfortunately, this is the Binding of Isaac. I'll actually take that. And yeah, I'm just gonna hope we get a map and move on. I think that's just the best way to go right now. I don't know if I should have taken that item actually, because it does remove a fair bit of health, but yeah, fair enough. We have full mapping. Oh, that's interesting. Wasn't actually... Oh yeah, we have a compass as well. Interesting. Fair enough, I suppose. Don't hate it. That certainly makes life a lot easier with this map that we now have. I will go in the direction of the library there in the hope that we can get a Book of Shadows and a Bookworm transformation as well. I'm really not using the bag of crafting at all. I probably should be, but I can't be bothered. I'm just going to replace it soon, and I don't want to think about it too much. It's fine, but I just don't want to deal with it right now in a character that is usually rather stressful. Birthright certainly makes this character a lot more palatable than he usually is, but yeah, that's just a really lucky deal. Unfortunately, no Book of Shadows, but we did get Bookworm, we did get Book of Revelations, which is really nice. Probably not going to make much use of it, unfortunately, because I'm guessing this will re-roll when we take damage, since it wasn't in our original list of items when we took Birthright. I don't know if it re-rolls into the bag of crafting guaranteed or something like that, but we're gonna find out together. And I am just gonna go straight for the boss here. Tempted, if we find that Skull Rock, to actually go back for the item room afterwards, but not necessary. These enemies really want me. I'm keeping the... Oh, that's interesting. Apparently I'm keeping the Book of Revelations so far, so that's at least something. That's pretty good. Might just be lucky though, but it would be nice if it worked out. We have mark tiers now, which I'm not loving, but I've learned that if you press right trigger or control, whatever your drop items button is, that you can reset your marked tiers position, and that at least makes it kind of usable, but alternatively I could just take damage and really speed up the process. And unfortunately, yeah, our Book of Revelations just re-rolled into how to jump, which, since we have flight and we're going to keep flight, that's not great. We just re-rolled into books, apparently. We have Book of Shadows now, so actually I would like to not take damage now. Not killing enemies too quickly, but we're killing them quick enough to reach boss rush, I would say. And I'm hoping that we don't get hit here. Book of Shadows is just really nice to have for a boss rush. Admittedly, not as good when you're not killing bosses very quickly, but it'll have to do. That's... we're going to the chest, right? Yep. Yeah. We're gonna take Belial there. That is a health container. That's a fly. I'll take that. That's pretty good. I'm not too concerned about these bosses, so we're hopefully just not gonna have to use things there. The Belial's tears are just really nice because they're piercing, but also the extra damage that they deal is just wonderful. Monstro gets kind of lost when you fly above rocks, so don't have to worry about that. This is going to take a minute, unfortunately, unless we get a significant stat up whenever we... I'm just going to use the Book of Shadows against this because this is a bit of a mess for sure. Yeah, if we get a big stat up when we re-roll our build, it'll maybe go a bit quicker, but as it stands, this is just going to take a while, unfortunately. But I'm feeling fairly confident that we can at least do it, and that is just a nice thing to get crossed off for sure. I'm a little concerned that we're not going to make Hush in time, but honestly, that's okay. Hush, I feel, is certainly a lot more doable with any character than Boss Rush is, so as long as we get this crossed off, we'll have to do a rush just to do a run just to do Hush at some point, but that's fine. I'm okay with that. Not sure why my item was fully charged when that wave was over, because... do I have a 9-volt battery? No. I don't know, maybe I just wasn't paying close attention to my charges. That's fine. Can you brimstone that boss, please? No, not quite. It's a little tricky to aim, unfortunately. We can just fly over here. Maybe I'll jump inside it. Yeah, there you go. That'll do. Use the Book of Shadows as much as I can, because quite frankly, there's a decent chance it's just going to disappear after a second here, so might as well make the most of it. Yeah, I kind of just want this boss to just jump into spikes as well, if he can, because that will actually speed up the fight quite significantly. Those spikes do a lot of damage to bosses. So any boss that jumps, it's probably worthwhile to at least try. Similarly here, once this boss jumps around, I mean, this boss takes like 100 jumps to actually jump that far, I suppose, but in most instances, it probably is worthwhile to at least try. With the fear effect that I'm occasionally causing as well, though, it seems fairly unlikely to really get it to work out the way I want, unfortunately. That certainly does not require a use of Book of Shadows. Once this boss is dead, there is no more danger. This boss probably is going to die instantly due to the Belial tears, pretty much, yeah. That seemed about right. Similarly here, I'd like to avoid it, but as you saw there, that got kind of close, so do need to be a little bit careful here. I like how the Belial tears are actually homing. I don't know if that was always the case, actually, but it seems new. Our range is pretty good, so that we got that going for us. That's bloat. Just gonna throw that one out there immediately. Hoping that he does a brimstone attack at some point in his existence, but apparently not. Okay, cool. Probably was just waiting for the Book of Shadows to be over before actually becoming... yeah, there you go. That's unfortunate. There unfortunately went our piercing shot, and now we have this. We have a Bible, which doesn't do a whole lot for us, unfortunately, but these attacks are pretty strong. Okay, I need to actually stop getting hit now because it's getting a little bit silly. We no longer have red hearts, so that's a little bit of a worry, but we might be able to use this Book of Darkness. Satan's Bible, that seems about right. Ah, that's a lot of charges, though. We'll get there in a second, but Ah, okay. And Book of Shadows is back again, so that's nice. I need to remember I actually have really strong bombs in case I want to kill an enemy quickly, because the bombs that I have are actually quite powerful. My health is okay. We have just a handful of waves left. It's slowly going. Oh, I got Dr. Fetus there for a second, I think. And I just got hit a whole bunch. I genuinely didn't see what hit me, but that might have been spiders on the floor or something, because I just ran into a bunch of stuff there. Now, on the other hand, we have not much going on for us, which is not great. Like, our stats are just not that good. So I'm hoping that the next reroll is going to change that at least a little. Oh, we have Libra. No wonder. Yeah, that's a shame. That is the unfortunate reality of Libra there. That was the worst bomb I've ever planted. Not sure why he's stuck there, but I'll take it, I suppose. That's death. We do have the little worm. The little worm is pretty good at keeping enemies in one place, so that's nice. Really, again, not sure what hit me there. Genuinely just didn't see it, which is always a bit of a worrying situation when that happens, because that's how you lose runs. If you get hit continuously by enemies you're not seeing, then you've lost focus somewhere along the line. There we go. It says 14 out of 15, but we're done. We got the unlock, so somewhere it stopped counting, I guess, properly. Not sure what happened there. I'll take it either way. It's at least, you know, it's that completed, and I honestly am very happy about that. That is such a weight that is gone from this character now. We might be able to reach Hush if we're quick, and we might be a little quicker than usual just because we have that mapping available. We can just bomb our way through some of these floors as well. Unfortunately, well, that happened, which is unfortunate, but also my health is bad. My health is really not good anymore. We do have 9 lives, but that's not a situation I'd like to be in. I'm not going to beat Hush with one hit. This is just as simple as that. So I would like to avoid a situation where I have to fight Hush with 1 health. So hopefully we can find some health on these floors. But we'll see. If not, then we'll just have to do our best. Either way, if this was just a boss rush completion run, honestly, I'll take that. That's just a nice thing to get out of the way for sure. So, whatever happens, happens. But I'd really like it if I could just stop getting hit by everything. If I could stop getting just the worst bosses in the game as well, that would also just be lovely, because this is just not great. Tiny Planet as well is not an ideal build. We didn't get a Devil Deal, which is also not great. I'm a little tempted, actually, to just go to the chest and do Hush another time. Because I think this run is sort of doomed to fail otherwise. Unless I can actually find some health somewhere on this floor. Because I just don't feel confident that I can beat Hush with the build that we have right now. And we're not getting good items. Most of the items that we have are fine. But none of them are, like, amazing, unfortunately. So I need a little bit more. And we're not really re-rolling into anything good either. If we have, like, Gnawed Leaf or something, then it's pretty much a guaranteed win. Alright, cool. That was a big mess, but it worked out. But as it stands, we just have a whole bunch of nothing. And that concerns me a little. Let's just take this. At the same time, I should probably at least try Hush, you know. It is kind of fun to at least try things sometimes, even if it doesn't work out. Even if I'm feeling a little less confident than usual, I should maybe at least try it. See where I stand in the whole the Hush fight with a poor build. So, I don't know. I'm a little tempted. Plus, if I do reroll into Gnawed Leaf, I win, so there is that to consider as well. Because I think I at least have some kind of creature with me at all times, so that's something. 85% chance of a Devil Deal. We could maybe get that to 90 if we can find our secret room as well. That would honestly not be too bad. Not sure what I would like to get. I mean, Brimstone obviously would be really nice. I don't know exactly where my Devil Deal is, but there's like a couple places where I'd like it to be. And this does limit my options a bit. It might actually be next to the curse room here. Yeah, there you go. And that's greed, so no luck there. I am actually just going to use this fly and hang out in this corner here to kill him. Because quite frankly, don't like Tiny Planet against this particular mini boss right there. I am gonna just try to get some coins here, I guess. Didn't find any tinted rocks on this floor. Didn't really explore it fully either, but I don't really want to, if I'm being honest. I'll check this room out, actually, which is not the best room to check out I've ever decided, but I was hoping for a super secret room, maybe? No. There's a couple places where the super secret room could be, and they're all not great. It might actually be here as well, though, so I'm just gonna try that. There you go. 2 wooden chests. Not great. Devil card. Strength is not bad. Hierophant is not bad. Okay. That kind of changes things a bit, at least. So I guess I'll take that. It's still a little bit of a concerning build for now, but I don't know. Feeling a little bit better about the whole situation. So I think I'm just gonna give it a shot. We'll see what happens. If we lose, we lose, but obviously I'd rather not lose if I can help it. But ultimately, we can only do so much. This is a bit of a wacky boss, though. Not really used to seeing that enemy type here, because usually you have some damage here. And, I mean, we do have some damage, admittedly. It's just a little bit difficult to hit things at times. Do have that fly there as well that can occasionally help out a little bit, but again, it's a little fiddly to use. I can also just plant the fly in the middle of the room, admittedly, and then just not attack, which is not the worst strat, but it's not ideal. We have duality, apparently. We got a full minute left. There's a Bible and a Spear of Destiny. That's not exactly what you'd call a choice, but fair enough. Maybe? Nope. Well, fair enough. Let's give it a shot. We're just gonna do our best. I don't really see a way that I can get Polaroid, realistically speaking. Which is a shame. That would have been a nice thing to have for sure. Maybe we can get some health on this floor at least. Some damage and some health. Very nice. We got Ludovico. That's not... You know... I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Let me have a think about that one for a second. How much do I not hate that? I'm genuinely not sure. Also, what does this do with the book? Alright. Okay. Well, that's something, I guess. That might actually not be too bad to have in that room, because I can just put one on the left side of the room, one on the right side, and then have some teleportation possibility. Tommy's head could be really good, theoretically. Depending on my rerolls, but I'm not gonna... Against Hushes probably wouldn't do too much anyway. I'm gonna do this and maybe regret it, but yeah, we're gonna go with the controllable tier and hope it kind of works out. It's not really standing still as much as I would have hoped. Oh well, we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna place one over here. I didn't mean for Hushy to fly through him there, but fair enough. Oh yeah, this is fairly uncontrollable with Tiny Planet, I'm realizing. A mistake has been made. But we'll see if we can make it work. Because I am just constantly having to shoot upwards to even get the tier to be in there continuously. It's pretty much impossible. Oh god. Yeah, this is rough. But I mean, if the boss was a little bit bigger, it's fine. And we'll have that luxury in a minute at least. You know what? Where's... There he is. You're gonna do some work here. Because I am struggling to keep my tier inside this boss, but I can keep that little fly inside him at least. The fly is also just insta-killing these regular fly enemies, so that's good. Oh. We got a big spear as well, so we might be able to use that to our advantage. I'm surprised that that fly is actually insta-killing those enemies, but fair enough, I suppose. Come on. Alright, let's see if we can make this work somehow. It's a big mess. This tier is the worst. But it's doing decent damage, honestly. It's a decent start to the fight in any case. I kind of want this thing to be a little bit closer to the wall there. Because being able to teleport just between those two places, I'm hoping is going to be useful. Something's charming him or something. Something's stopping him from attacking a whole bunch, and I can appreciate that. This is the strangest build. Is it just little Hushy over here that's becoming friends with the big boy and creating a good time? Because it is helping out. Hush just seems very peaceful right now. It's a nice change, I suppose. It's only early in the fight, admittedly, so it is usually a little bit quieter anyway, but I don't know. Feeling okay. Feeling okay. Let's try this. Okay, it's not ideal. It's not ideal, but, you know, it's something. I don't know if I'm in the right spot here, but nope, we're not. And we have regular tears again. Let's just use that box of friends once for fun. We still have the Book of Revelations, apparently, so that's, or whatever it's called, the Book of Cool Times. The Book of Cool Times. Fairly sure it's an official name. We have 2 little Abaddons, and those are probably gone now. Little Brim instead. A little bit of a messy fight, but fair enough. We still have the book. It's creating flames as well every time I spawn a bunch of flies, so that's good. This fight's actually going surprisingly well. He's already more dead than I would have expected. Given the size of our tiers right now. They do 8 damage per shot with an okay tier rate right now, so it's actually fine, but it just doesn't look that impressive. This is not a good combination of attacks. Don't like those flies, yeah. I mean, if we win this, that would be lovely. I don't know where my tiers are going right now, but they're flying. I don't know what is happening there. Whoop. That's actually so nice. Wow. That's actually really nice to have just in general. I really did not expect that, but sure. What are my tears doing now? My tears are just flying. But yeah, sure, I guess. Wow. I actually genuinely cannot believe how good this went. That was such a mess of a fight, but sure, I'll take it. Soul of Eden has appeared in the basement. And we're going to the chest. I'm curious, what is my build right now? Because I feel like I have Fruitcake and that big shoot the lobby tears attack or something. Because we are just... Look at this tier rate with these tears. And they're flying all over the place. Do I have Fruitcake? I don't... Oh, I have... Almond milk. I think that's the one. That's making my tears ridiculous. I appreciate it. This is great. My damage is still actually pretty okay given that I have almond milk. Oh, and brimstone bombs. I was real hoping for a shortcut there. Because that would be such a big shortcut. Oh well. Fair enough, I suppose. But yeah, look at these tiers. They are... Because the lob tiers are usually pretty, like, damaging. They're not very quick, but they hurt a lot. And combined with almond milk, that actually makes it fairly powerful. So that's a cool build right there. That's a cool build. That's what that is. Very nice. Holy water. Not exactly the secret room I was hoping for, but you know what? It's the one we got. And I'm grateful for it. I mean, whatever happens now, we did boss rush and Hush as this character, so either way, we've gotten all the progress I could possibly ask for, realistically speaking. But the more the merrier, of course. If we could also get the chest done, that would be ideal. Soul of Eden is also just a really nice unlock. It's like a... I think it's like a D6 and D20 or something like that, right? It's similar. Is that what Soul of Eden does? Actually, maybe I'm misremembering. I remember it being really good. I just don't fully remember what it does. But yeah, it's a nice unlock. It looks like a rainbow. It's just good all around. Emperor card. If we can actually just drop that right now. I wanna have that for the next floor. Oh, you got Spirit Sword. I'm happy I dropped that in the end there, because that would have been unfortunate. Sure. Okay, so we got Spirit Sword. That I struggled to let go of for just a second there, and it's gone. Now we have Guillotine. Ooh. And we had number 2. That's a really... You know what? I'll take that. That was a good reroll. For some reason it didn't do my spin attack the first time around, and it just held it in place. I don't know if that's a Montezuma's Revenge thing. I'm gonna just test that real quick. Yeah, that's weird. If I... Hang on. No, what am I don't understand. Something weird happened, and now I'm confused. That's the long and short of it. I need to be a little careful here, but we're dealing okay damage with these sword attacks here. Just gonna stick to charge attacks. That's a really unfortunate hit. I wonder if I'm gonna get... Yeah. I was gonna say, I wonder if I'm gonna get glowing hourglass again if I keep re-rolling, and the answer is yes. So this might just be infinite shots at this boss, so that's pretty neat. It also means that I might not want to get any items in the chest and do this fight damage less effectively. Like, it didn't happen again. Like, I'm sure there was no charge attack there. I don't know what's happening there, but it's not great. Come on, there we go. But yeah, if we can just keep re-rolling into glowing hourglass, then we... Yeah, did it again. I don't know what that is, but I really don't like it. That really makes my spin attack just way more unreliable. I really need this thing to be reliable right now. No! Damn. Oh well. I'll take it. I don't want to redo all that again. So I'm hoping that if I take the items at the starting room here... We have Ludo again. I'm hoping that if we take the item at the starting room, that we still really roll into glowing hourglass and that I can just keep trying this forever. But more ideally is we just get good items and win. And yeah, that. We just get a bunch of health, a bunch of defense. We have a controllable tier. It's just exploding into 100 tiers. We are still dropping those bombs. That's a worry. But as long as I'm just keeping my tiers in one place, then that's fine. And it's looking okay. It's looking okay. It's looking very okay. Look at that. Would you look at that indeed. That was a good Emperor card. And that's everything we had left to do there. The only thing remaining for this character is the Beast. So all in all, I'm gonna call this run a success. I'm willing to be so bold as to call that run relatively successful. I don't remember what it does. It's a trinket. I genuinely don't recall what it does. I don't recall it being very good. But look at that. This one thing remaining is Tainted Eden. That was another character that I was rather concerned about, but we just got really good times. It's just been a good day for Isaac, I feel, today. Tainted Jacob, Tainted Eden. I don't mind it. It's going all right. We're getting a lot of the more difficult stuff out of the way. Very happy about that. Yeah, very happy about that. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Next time we play, we're going to do another run as a different character. And hope to see y'all there. Bye-bye.